In this video we're going to look at assigning users to projects. When you look at the standard time timesheet, you see a list of projects along the left hand side here, and you might say to yourself, well, I only want people to see the projects that are relevant to them, or only the ones that they're working on. So we're going to assign users to projects, so only the users that are on a project or assigned to them would see them in their timesheet. They would not see the full list of projects. Now you may also notice in this list there's a plus symbol next to each project. If I click that, you see a list of project tasks optionally under those projects. Now you can actually assign users to those tasks as well, but this video is strictly going to talk about assigning users to the projects themselves so that they only see what's relevant to them. So to start, let's go to the Tools menu and choose Projects. I'm going to click on a project, and then on the right hand side you see a field that says Assign to Users. If you go and click on each one of these, you can see that the Assign to Users field has different values. In other words, the users that are assigned to these projects are different for each project. So the way to assign users to a project is to simply right click and choose Assign to Users. When I do that, up pops a dialog box that shows me groups and users, and I'm able to simply place a check next to each one of those, and that would assign the users or groups. If you click on a group, it would assign all the users under that group to the project. Click Close, and then you see the list of users here. So simply going through those and right-clicking and choosing Assign to Users is the way to assign people to projects. Now normally projects are assigned to all users when they're first created, so you may want to limit it down to exactly which users or which groups would be allowed to see a certain project. Now that's the very basic and simple way to assign users to project. Very easy. But I'm going to go into some other areas, some different ways to assign users to projects. So the first thing I'd like to do is just right click on a project and choose Assign Users by Skill. So here we're actually going to look for a skill that users might have, find all the users that would be available for that, and assign them to the project. So I see a list of 2 users here, the group that they're in, and I see the skills they have, their availability. If I click on the ... button in the availability, up pops a window that allows me to look out into the future and see the availability for this user. It looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and click the Add button down here. That's going to assign it to this project, and then over on the right hand side you see the list of users that are currently assigned. So prior to clicking this we had Buzz and Ray. We're now adding Dan. You now see this user is assigned to the project. So that is a way for you to assign users by skill. There's another way to assign users. I'm going to go ahead and close this dialog box and choose Users and Organization from the Tools menu. When I do that, I can right click and choose Assign to Projects. So up comes another dialog box. This is a little different, looking at it from the user perspective rather than the project perspective. These are all the projects that Dan is assigned to. Now he's assigned to a lot of projects here. Some of these are gray, and that basically means that this project is either assigned to all users or it may be assigned to a group above Dan. So he's in the app developers group, so maybe the project is assigned to that group rather than to Dan specifically. So you can then check or uncheck the boxes here to assign Dan to any project you want. Now if I were to click on any of these that are gray and attempt to change that, you get a dialog box telling me that this project is already assigned to all users or a workgroup above this user. So it's going to open up a new window that allows me to change that assignment. And we're back to the original window that we saw earlier when we went to Tools Projects. This allows you to assign any number of users to that project. Same one we saw before. So in this case, no users were selected, so this project is available to all users in the organization. So that's just a few ways that you can assign users to the projects so that they show up properly in the timesheet.